software developer is not just web development, okay? There are a lot of other things that you can go. So do your research first about which software development role that you want. A lot of other things, explore that. And once you have known what you want to do, I've always hold on to this, is follow the ABCs. Always be coding. If you always do that thing, you're gonna improve and you will get there. It's just time and effort. Invest in your time and effort, 10,000 hours, whatever how many hours that you need, you'll get there.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of our podcast. Today we have Adam here.
Hi.
Hi Adam. So could you just give a quick introduction about yourself?
Hello everyone watching. My name is Adam. I am a software developer, specifically front end, working at a company called the Access Group. Nice meeting you guys.
Hey, thanks Adam, nice to meet you too. And yeah, I don't think I need to introduce myself, but my name is Ken. I'm working here at Sigma School. Okay, so today's theme will be the path to software development. So we're just going to start with a couple of questions. So why tech? Why do you choose tech?
Well, okay, originally I am a graduate of mechanical engineering. I have no prior background in IT whatsoever. I did learn C++, but that was just like fundamentals, or I don't really remember. It was like years ago. And then fast forward, I'm finishing up my degree, and then I was working in a drone company. And then after I finished my studies, I was also working with a drone company. And then after some time, my dad got sick. So there was no one to actually look out for him. So I quit my job. So I quit my job and I tended to my dad. So it was like for a few months, and then I had a lot of spare time. So I decided to pursue software development, you can say that. But prior to that, I actually joined Sigma School. So it was like a year or two back, and then I remembered that I did subscribe to that. So I thought, oh, it's a good time to just go back. And then so I used the whole time I was taking care of my dad to pursue software engineering, software development, or web development specifically. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very interesting story. So the next question, why do you think anybody can do it?
Why do I think anybody can do it? Because when I got into my first job in IT, or specifically web development, I hear many stories about people shifting from other industries as well, mainly from engineering, but there are also other industry like psychology. I heard doctors as well. I even heard people from no degrees at all, no degree, no diploma, nothing.
Just SPM,
They
right?
just SPM and they just learn their way through, because everything is at the tip of your fingertips.
Correct.
So it's very accessible. The knowledge is out there. It's just for you to look out for it.
So
That's why anyone can do it.
definitely agree. I mean, I think this goes for many things. Nowadays, AI is here, Google is here, internet, whatever. So as long as you can search it and you put in enough time and effort into actually doing it, people can actually do a lot of things.
Yeah, true.
So that's definitely a message that's really important for a lot of people. Whatever you want to do, the first step to doing it is just start.
Just start.
Yeah.
True.
If you don't start, you're gonna keep on saying, "Can I do it? Can I do it?" But
Yeah.
I'm sure you yourself know, right? Once you started, you're like, "Oh, I can do it. I'm getting better at it. It's easy now."
True.
And yeah, we will talk about other stuff along the way. Imposter syndrome is gonna be a very big one.
It is.
So I want to hear your story later. So I've heard many stories and it's interesting. Okay, the next question. Why now? Why not last year? Why not next year? Why not 5 years from now?
Well, given my circumstances, I don't really have much of a choice. Not really that I don't have much of a choice, but I can't go to work, but I had time. What else can I do? I decided to learn IT because I've already, you can say I dipped my finger in that, my legs in that. I mean, before that, but I didn't really explore that much. So why not now?
Very fair. So I guess everything just came together and it was a good timing.
It was a good timing, I would say. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
And also, if I can add,
Yep.
back then when I quit my job, the company was also not paying me.
Oh, at all?
They were not paying me for like few months. But then we were doing it because it is out of passion. Because it was a really cool stuff.
Okay.
But then, my dad got sick, and so everything aligned. I had to quit my job, and then that's the only way I saw at that moment.
Okay.
So I
That's
guess.
a very good story to hear. So, okay, next question. For the starting questions, then we move into the actual more interesting stuff. So, where are you now and what are you doing now?
I am working as a front-end developer for a company named the Access Group, which is a UK-based company. They have a lot of products, and I'm just working one of their products. As a front-end developer.
That's nice.
Yeah.
So usually at this part, I tell the audience as well, I want to ask a lot of questions, but I have to hold back because they are inside the questions later on. If not, I won't have any questions to ask. I'm just curious, but I have to hold it back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we'll dive straight into it.
All right.
So first question. Can you share how you got into programming and what sparked your interest in this field?
Okay. Other than what I have told just now, there are two main reasons. One thing is because of the circumstances, and another thing, I was imagining my life living as a digital nomad. Sounds cool though. Like you can go anywhere in the world, and you can just work your ass off. Sorry, my bad. Censor that.
No, it's okay. No censoring. Don't censor this. We go fully
Raw.
Yeah, we just go all out. The only person that he has to censor is me because I represent the school.
Oh, okay.
So go all out. It's okay. No worries.
So you can just work your ass off and just anywhere in the world, doesn't matter, because I really think that the world is your oyster. You can just go anywhere you want. There's nothing actually stopping you from exploring the world, and also being anywhere you want in the world. Well, also you can just work. So since it's 2025, man, like, everything is digitalized. You can just work anywhere you want as long as you do your job. No.
That's really true. So that's a very interesting thing that sparked your interest. Are you still interested in doing that?
Okay.
Are you moving there?
After some time, I don't think that is sustainable. Not just that, but I still think that you need to come to office.
Oh, okay. What?
Yeah.
So, continue. Sorry.
It's like I don't know. There's something about interaction with your co-workers that has to be in a physical form that is unmatched with doing it online. That's just how I feel it.
Is this in terms of like having fun interaction, work interaction, human interaction, everything at once, right?
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
But I guess like if you do want to go the digital nomad life, you can still meet people outside of your work and all.
Yeah, but then when it comes to work, as I know you must have experienced this a lot.
Yeah.
Communication is always the most important thing.
Correct.
When it comes to working.
Yes.
So it's not the same when you are communicating online and when you're doing it directly, like face to face in a physical form.
Yeah.
Because it's just that the intimacy is not there. I don't mean that we need to be intimate with your colleagues, but I mean that it's much more friendlier and it gives you a sense of connection.
Yeah.
If I can say that.
Rather than just probably you just work, you shut down your laptop, you see them on a screen for maybe like half an hour, 1 hour, and that's about it. Especially in tech, you just get the work to be done and you just do it. You don't really talk too often.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
So it's preference, I guess.
So, I mean, sustainable aside, I'm sure if you get a good enough job, you can do it. But would you still do it at this point, or you change your opinion since the start?
It's a bit half and half, but I'm more inclined to going to the office physically.
So instead of like digital nomad life, just go for a holiday and take some time off.
Yeah.
That's probably better, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Sweet. Let's go to the next question. So what were some of the biggest challenges you faced when you first started learning programming, and how do you overcome this challenge over time?
When I first started, so the only thing I have in mind, or the only thing that I saw back then, was web development. I didn't see anything else. So when it comes to web development, at that time, the only thing that in trend, or the only thing that I knew, was JavaScript. So that's the only thing I know. And understanding that particular language was the most hardest thing for me. So when it comes to understanding the concept of a language, well, basically, or I don't know, it's not to say fundamentally, but understanding the concept of how a language works is the hardest part, I guess. Yeah. So the follow-up question was
How do you overcome this challenge?
it's always doing projects. Always doing projects. So it's not gonna be like a huge project, just like a small scale, like a timer, like a to-do list. All those things that you see online, like the normal stuff. Yeah, just do all those things, but always keep on doing it.
Okay.
Always keep on doing it, and then you'll figure things out.
So
Yeah.
definitely a lot of practice, a lot
lot
of
of
just
practice.
instead of just reading slides or like learning, just do it, right?
Just do it.
Yeah.
It's like maths. I really think that coding is like maths. If you always do it, at one point you just know how to do it.
Yeah, and you can't really explain anymore, right? You just know how to do it.
You just know how to do it. But you can explain. You just make sense of it in your brain. But then it clicks in you something about how it works.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, oh, so this is how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for this thing, actually, since you said it was actually really hard in the beginning, do you have any imposter syndrome where you thought, I'm not good enough for this? This is so hard, that kind of thing?
That's every day.
Oh, even now?
Even now, I feel that every day. That's one thing about coding or software development that I think everyone will feel. I'm not sure about everyone though, but majority.
Yeah.
Majority of people will feel is that you won't feel that you're good enough. Like you're not good enough in doing things that you want yourself to be good at. And that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
And that's okay. Actually, you're just measuring yourself with the things that you want to be, but you're not seeing what you have become from where you were.
Yeah.
So when you first started, and when you look back and when you first started and where you are now, it's a whole different.
Yeah.
It's a whole different level.
Definitely.
Like, so far ahead, but you just don't look. You don't really look back and see like, oh, how far I have become, because you're not really proud of it. Well, and if you look back, actually, it is kind of a whole difference of levels.
Yeah.
But then you always see what's ahead and what you want to be.
Correct.
So it's always gonna be an imposter syndrome, for me at least. And it's gonna continue, but it's nice to look back.
Yeah, definitely. So I think let me just share one thing. So like, you know how I met Derek was through his LinkedIn post. I saw something interesting. So he did share this one recently as well, and I definitely do agree with him. So even though you're like 90% of the way there and you're 10% away, you keep on telling yourself you're not good enough because you're only looking back, and you only be happy once you achieve the result, correct?
Yeah.
But the thing about this is, like, once you achieve that result, you want to achieve the next result. So you're not going to be happy until you reach there again.
Yeah.
So what's really important, actually, like just generally in life advice, is like, you got to celebrate the small wins, you got to celebrate the progress. Like, look at yourself, maybe for you, maybe look at yourself 1 year ago or even 3 months ago, and you look at yourself now. It's probably a lot of difference.
A lot.
Because the thing is, if you only celebrate the success, you're only gonna have joy maybe like 1 day, 2 days at max, and you're gonna have to go through the whole journey of not enjoying it again. So it's definitely, how do you find ways to enjoy the process?
Yeah.
Because the thing is, being realistic, you're gonna be working for 30, 40 years.
You're not gonna stop working.
Yeah, sadly.
You're never
So
gonna
being
stop.
realistic, definitely. So how do we enjoy and
Yeah.
have a good life in the process of working?
Yeah.
So definitely something that everybody goes through. So Yeah. Do you have any tips for how to enjoy your process, or are you still finding it out as well?
When it comes to this, like you always feel the imposter syndrome. It's not just in the IT.
Yeah.
I feel that this is relatable across
Mm.
in any industry, in whatever field that you are in.
Yeah.
If you are constantly looking for improvement in yourself, you're always gonna feel like that. Like you always feel like you're behind. You're always in constant chase of something better to be a better version of yourself, and then you're gonna keep questioning yourself whether you're good enough. And it's the same across any industry. I really think so, because I feel like that when I was doing engineering, mechanical. I was doing drone stuff. I feel like that all the time, and there's so much things for you to explore, so much things for you to achieve, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's the beauty of it. Like what you said, the journey is amazing.
Yeah. So definitely do agree with you. Probably even industry aside, let's just say hobby, because I think I shared my hobby is guitar.
Oh.
So yeah. Not sure if I shared it in my
Wow, you
interview.
play guitar?
Yeah, I just
That's
started
cool,
a year ago. So in this 1 year, I've learned a lot. So I managed to convince Derek to practice as well. So Derek is practicing guitar right now.
Wow.
Yeah. So who knows, if we have a live session one day at Sigma School, we'll invite everybody.
Hey,
back.
that's cool, man.
But back to this, I actually do think there are 3 levels of like this, how you enjoy your journey. Because like you said, as a person, you want to keep on growing, right?
Yeah.
That's such a good thing to have. So to me, that's level 1. You realize you want to keep growing. Then level 2 is probably where you're gonna like, I only celebrate when I reach there and I'm not enjoying the journey. So I was there for a while, not for guitar, but probably for my work before this as a data scientist. Yeah. And then now, I think recently I actually found it, I'm fluctuating between what I call level 2 and level 3, where level 3 is that I've learned to enjoy the process and also want to celebrate the result.
Yeah.
So that's really the best place you can go. But to reach there, I think it's really, really hard because you're going to keep on fluctuating like, I don't think I'm good enough, but I'm doing good. I don't think I'm good enough, but I'm doing good. So reaching level 3 is not easy. So like for my guitar in specific, I do, for this one, I think I have reached level 3 because my teachers from my guitar classes, they're actually really good. I go for classes.
Okay, that's cool.
It's at a place called Guitar KL. Anybody wants to check, free advertisement.
Hey, link up in the bio. Just kidding.
Yeah, so the teachers always give you motivation, which I think maybe companies lack in a lot. So that's what we try to do here at Sigma School as well, where maybe we don't see the progress, but your teachers see the progress from when you first started, because we're only looking at the end goal. Let's say for Sigma School, your end goal is you want to be able to do front end, back end, and integrate everything together. But the moment you actually finish one topic, let's say fundamentals of loops, that's already a big jump, but nobody celebrates that, even though your teacher is so proud of you.
Sure.
Yeah, so how do we let somebody know, hey, you guys actually improved so much, but definitely not easy. Everybody needs to find a way to tell themselves that they're doing well.
Yeah.
And the harshest people on yourself are
Actually, you
yourself,
are
right?
the demons are you. You are the demon.
Correct. The biggest critic for sure. So yeah, definitely. If you can overcome this and you can enjoy life, I think you naturally will go far because you're already pushing yourself to grow. You're enjoying life at the same time. So things will just flow.
I hope so.
No worry. Like so, I think for me, step 1, what I always tell students or friends or whatever, you don't have to say you hope so, because that's like, do you believe it? Not yet.
I do believe it.
Yeah. So like, it wouldn't really be I hope so anymore. Right? It'd be like, yeah, I'm just waiting for that day. It'll come.
Yeah,
So for
there are fluctuating days.
Yeah,
There are
definitely,
days
definitely.
you're just
down.
so not. This is not it.
Yeah.
You're just so down.
You're just like, I can't do this. It's
You
hard.
can't, it's hard. This is so hard. Yeah, there will be days like that. So I was referring to that, like when I say hope so, but it's not always every day.
Correct.
You know.
I guess most important is in your heart or in your mind already, you eventually know, I know I'll reach there anyway. It's just that today is a hard day.
Today is a hard day.
Yeah. Because hard days, personally, I think you agree as well.
Yep.
It can be really hard.
Really hard.
Really hard.
It's really hard.
Okay. Now let's go back to the topic just now, since we not really sidetracked, but we had an interesting talk. So for the programming challenge that you had just now for JavaScript, Do you wish there were any specific strategies, resources, or support systems that could help you?
Okay, back then when I first started Sigma School, it was not Sigma School.
Yeah,
It was
Hacker
called the Hacker
Collective.
Collective.
Yeah.
And I really think the resources back then was huge.
Oh, is it?
There were a lot of resources. I really liked it.
Okay.
So it's like it's for you to explore and to read, and then there were no specific timeline for you, and there were no mentors actually to help you out.
No,
So
was there live classes?
there were I think they did like once every week or once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
I can't remember. But there were like sessions for you to ask questions, but there was not much,
Okay.
and not like how it is right now. So, and the resources were aplenty. It was so many things that you can read on, and so many things that you can explore, which actually opened my eyes more to what's more than just web development. So the resources in Sigma School helps. But that is when it comes to things beyond JavaScript. So the other resources that helped me was also learning for CSS. I do games.
Okay.
There were CSS games like Flex Froggy
Okay.
and other stuff. I can't remember
That's
now, but
interesting.
because I play games a lot.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Not
but
anymore.
I
No-
used to
no
play
more
a lot
time.
of games. No more time. But this helps you to actually visualize things better than just boxes. If CSS, for instance, and for JavaScript, as for resources, actually the projects in Sigma School helped me a lot in understanding things. Back then, there were like this thing called Dino Game. So that Dino Game really helped me a lot to understand a lot of things when it comes to pure functions that is already there in JavaScript.
Okay.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot of the, I guess how structured it was. Did play a big role.
It was I wouldn't say structured, but they will give you everything.
Okay.
But it's not like for now it is tailored to only know what you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was not like that. It was a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm giving you everything. So do what you want.
Correct. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think definitely we did pivot a bit because especially now, in 3 months, obviously it's not easy to learn everything.
It's not.
Probably close to impossible, honestly speaking.
Actually,
So I guess we really do pinpoint what do you need to get a job. Definitely your problem solving skill, your fundamentals, your tech experience of front end and back end. So yeah, we have changed a lot. We have a lot of extra sessions and all. So I'm not too sure if you've seen, because we have lifetime membership of material, so you can always have a look at the material again. If honestly speaking, once you get into a job, you learn so much more from there rather than just reading anything. I feel like just the life experience of
actually.
learning from the job, from the real world projects, from
Yep.
making mistakes.
True.
So yeah. So next question actually, what's one project or coding challenge that you overcame that you are particularly proud of, and why was it so significant to you?
This was in my previous job. I was working in a software house company in Malaysia called IFCA MSC,
Okay.
or people call it IFCA, if anybody knows. IFCA MSC. So there was this one particular project that it was about pen testing.
Pen testing.
Pen testing.
Okay.
So pen testing has a lot of layers around it. It also has many layers of protection that you need to do. So
Maybe just for the viewers, maybe you want to explain what pen testing
okay,
is
so
first.
pen testing stands for penetration testing. It's to see whether your app can be, say, hacked or not. Yeah. So just from the users, the user can like put something in your app, and then it will probably delete a lot of things, or it will probably kill the app, something like that. So in a sense, it's like that, but that's a general gist of it.
Okay.
Okay. So I wouldn't say it's called pen testing, but it's more like application security. So I was doing that for this one particular project that my company asked me to do.
Okay.
It was not actually specifically for me, but I talk with a lot of people in the company.
Correct.
Like you're not really talking with just your team.
Yeah.
You're talking with the cloud guys. You're talking with
Every single person.
every single
Yeah.
person. So I'm kind of friendly like that. So I was talking with this one guy. He's like the cloud guy. So there were only 2 people in the cloud team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one is the cloud manager, and there's another one.
Okay.
So I was talking with that guy, the one
The lower-
under the
yeah, okay.
cloud manager. So he was talking about, we're thinking about we got this document because we will hire a third party to do a pen test for us.
Okay.
So they will check how much vulnerabilities we have. So from there, I talked with him and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And that's it. And then he told to his manager, and his manager told my boss, and then my boss said, oh, so now you want to do it? I'm like, I didn't say I want to do it.
You just say it's interesting.
It's interesting. And then they said, okay, you do it then. And that's how I got to do it. So there were like a lot of vulnerabilities, like 17 of them. I managed to eliminate all, except for like some small scale vulnerabilities that is not important.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
an edge case, right?
An edge case.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what was it about this project that made it so significant to you?
Because it actually opened my eyes to there's more things than just front end and like some back end mapping to the database and whatnot. So there's more to that than just what you're seeing or what you're doing every day.
Definitely.
So I guess that really helps. That really helps me open my eyes to what's out there.
Yeah,
in a sense.
for
Yeah.
sure. I think this is just something new we added recently. So for viewers, you can check it out on our brochure. Basically, software engineering is actually more than just coding. So let's say there are 4 layers. The core function is definitely coding, but nowadays with AI, people say like, sure, AI can code for you, which is kind of true. But to me, okay, so this is the thing for people in tech. We generally will very likely never agree with that because it never gives us the right code.
No, yeah.
So I do agree with that, but I guess it can give us probably like 70-80% if you know how to use it well.
Yeah, structurally, yes.
Yes, but the thing it doesn't give you is like, for the high levels, it doesn't give you the project strategy and the DevOps. It doesn't give you the infrastructure, the project management skills.
True.
On top of that, it doesn't optimize the code for you to work in a team, which generally you always work in a team in a
Yes.
company. And most importantly, actually, you don't have the system design and architecture needed for the entire project. So I think even with AI here, as a software engineer, it's definitely more in encoding, which I think you just mentioned as well. Let's say if you just completed the code, you finished the app, and they're like, okay, let's go. AI is done. Let's throw it up. No pen testing. 17 issues. I mean, you can imagine what kind of issues will come up. Especially, let's say, if it was a bank. And you can just withdraw infinite money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely coding is software engineering, from what you explained, is not just coding anymore nowadays. There's so many more important layers to it. But yeah, that's a very interesting challenge you had.
It is.
Just started from a short conversation, so I guess nowadays you're a bit more careful with what you say. Or are you still like open to doing other work? Personally, I avoid doing that because I'm like, it looks hard. Then I would just walk away.
I would though. I'm open to exploring, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe I guess for me it's similar because I guess I'm in a non-tech role now.
Okay.
I never expected I would be here because after I left my previous job as a data scientist, I was actually taking a short break and looking to go back into data science because I finished my master's by then.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats to you, man.
Thank you. So I finished my master's of data science then.
Okay.
Honestly speaking, I could be biased because I'm from a bootcamp now, but a bootcamp would have been so much more better to learn your
Exactly.
practical stuff. So it's still not the norm in this generation, but sooner or later, I think all you need is just a short bootcamp, get the skills, get the job ready communication, and you're ready to go.
True.
But I never really imagined I would be in a management sort of role, education sort of role.
Hey.
This is probably one of the last things I imagined. But
Crazy how life turns out, huh?
yeah, you just go with the flow and see
Just go
what's
with the
right.
flow.
Yeah, so definitely, like Adam said, just go with the flow, talk
Just
to your
go with the
colleagues.
flow, man.
You might get some work. You never know if you like it or not.
True.
It could be a whole
True.
career path in the future.
True.
Yeah. Okay, so right now you are a software engineer, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are currently employed as a software engineer, how did you land your current job? Can you share some key moments from the job search and interview process?
Okay, let me take back to how I first got my first job in IT. So it was both of my current role was through referrals.
Okay.
So connections, guys, connections.
Similar
networking.
to mine. I knew my boss through connections
Yeah,
too.
networking, man. Networking is so important. So, I'm on my first job. I was helping out my friend with his wedding.
Okay.
I was cleaning plates,
Okay.
and then one of my friends at that time, my friends knew that I was trying to pursue web development.
Okay. Were they in tech also as well?
Yeah, they were. They are still in tech.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were just helping out, and then one of my friends that was also washing plates with me was telling me, "Hey, a friend of mine who is a manager in the previous company that I
Yep.
he is a manager there, and try to talk with him and see if you can go for an interview." And so I did, and luckily I kept everything in my phone, and I did. It was not whatever projects that I did. It was not deployed.
Okay.
So I just recorded everything.
Okay.
I just recorded everything, and then I just showed it to him. And he said, "Oh yeah, this looks cool. Send me your resume. This is my email." And then from that point on, I got an interview, but the interview process though was so hard.
Oh. Okay.
Because I landed a full stack role. I only had HTML, CSS, JavaScript, like front end.
Okay.
I don't know anything about back end whatsoever. So they asked me to create an app that has full stack, has everything, front end, back end, login, authentication,
Oh, wow.
everything.
The full package.
Full package.
Okay.
So, and it was like with a specific framework.
Oh.
So it was like React, TypeScript, GraphQL, Type ORM, PostgreSQL,
Wow.
all those things. So
Yeah.
I had like 5 days.
Yeah.
Can't remember. 5 days was
Something
it?
like that, right?
Yeah, but I didn't sleep at all. I mean, I slept like two hours a day.
Minimum, right?
A maximum 3 hours, I think. So I was, busting my ass off, man. I had to call for help. Of course, I had to call my friends for help. Like, how do you do this? How do you do this? And then, managed to do it. Got the job. So that was my first job. And then I think like after almost 2 years there, I think it's about time for me to leave, I think. I don't see, it's not because of progression. Like I still think there are many things that I can improve, but I just need a different environment.
Okay.
So
Or the change of pace.
change of pace.
Yeah.
And then this is how I landed on my second role, which was through a referral as well.
Okay.
As a front end developer, which I think this is what I want to do for now, and it aligns with my current aspirations.
Okay. And what's the aspiration for this one?
Freelancing.
Okay, definitely. Sounds like a very good idea actually. But Adam definitely did have a very good point. I think number one step into the door is definitely networking and referral. It's not the only way, but to me it's one of the best ways, because for you, like, you didn't even have your projects deployed, but just because like you got referred, you're like, okay, I can give this guy a chance. You show the project, and obviously second part is you definitely need to put in the work. So like guys, you can see Adam, he put in like what, 2 hours of sleep every day. I personally, I don't think I shared this during my talk for how I got my Money Lion job. Oh, I don't know if I can say that here. Yeah, anyway, my Money Lion job. but I actually was pushed to the final round because it was my second time coming back. So I actually did not have any tests. I was just supposed to go there to have a chat with them.
Okay.
So 12 hours before, I was supposed to meet them at like 10 a.m.
Okay.
So at 10 p.m. the previous day, they told me, "Hey Ken, sorry if you don't mind, we're just gonna give you a test. Don't worry if you can't finish it or don't do it because we don't understand it's late." But
okay.
obviously, like if they're gonna send it to you,
That's so random.
obviously if they're gonna send it to you, you want to show them you can do it and you put it in time. So I did it. The next morning, I was supposed to fetch a friend to the airport at like 6 a.m. So I did it until like 4 a.m. Slept for 1 hour. Sent my friend to the airport, then went to the office to present everything. So it was a surprise. It was a shocker, but the hard work definitely worked. Money Lion is a great company. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera.
Paid ads, guys, paid ads.
But I would definitely recommend Money Lion to anybody. I really enjoyed my time there. There are great people there. So I think if you put in the work,
I tried.
you get rewarded.
I tried applying there though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
how did it go?
I didn't pass the first round though.
It's okay. I failed the first time. So
it was hard.
Everybody followed my story. Let's go the second time. Yeah. But I think another important part of networking is like, let's say for your first job, let's say even if you did not pass that interview, I would recommend for you to keep in touch with your manager to ask for feedback.
True.
What did I do that did not meet your expectations? What can I do better? I want to come back next year. So that's what I did for mine. I called it like to my story as well. You can have a look at the video in our channel. Yeah, it's live here or something like that. Yeah, anywhere. But yeah, that's definitely put in effort. Keep in touch. Expand your connections. I think LinkedIn helps a lot as well. So I think even for you, Adam, you kept in touch with Derek. You guys did talk about some opportunities. Obviously, it did not happen, but there was a lot of talks and you could see potential going there. So yeah, definitely thank you for the advice. Thank you for the sharing of your story, how you got a job. So now for the next part. Since you got a job as a software developer, what advice would you give somebody who wants to become a software developer?
Okay, software developer is not just web development, okay? There are a lot of other things that you can go.
Infinite roles.
So many things.
Yeah.
You can, but that also, when it comes to other roles, it has other language that you need to learn as well. Web development, you can go for JavaScript is the simplest thing that you can think of. There's also Java, you can do Java, you can do C, but so there are many roles out there. It's not just web development, there are systems, there are sysadmin, there are DevOps, there are data for instance, Python. Data has a lot of other things other than just, there's data science, data analyst, data engineering.
Yeah. Business analyst, infinite.
And there are a lot of other things as well.
Especially now with AI, there's like cloud, there's AI engineers.
Cloud. Yeah. So do your research first about which software development role that you want. And from there, you will, one by one, you will uncover other things that you want to do. So yeah, start from there.
Okay.
What do you want? You want to be in IT? What do you want to be in IT?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of other things. Explore that. And once you have known what you want to do, I've always hold on to this. Haris, previous.
Haris is our previous instructor.
Yeah. And also Derek also always say this. Please follow the ABCs. Always be coding.
Oh, okay.
So always do that. When you, whatever it is, it's like if you always do that thing, you're gonna improve, and you will get there. It's just time and effort.
Definitely.
So invest in your time and effort. 10,000 hours, how many hours that you need, you'll get there.
I like how Adam said 10,000 hours because that's the exact same thing we use for guitar. Put in 10,000 hours and you won't be good at guitar, but you can play guitar. So put in 10,000 hours to coding or whatever you can do, whatever you want to work at. You can do it.
Yeah. Everyone has 24 hours, man.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same amount of hours.
Yeah, so it depends on how you want to use it. Obviously, we're not going to say that's your life because you got to enjoy it anyway.
True.
But if you really want something, put time and effort into it.
Of course.
So like whether it's guitar, whether it's coding, whether it's like sports, football, basketball, volleyball, whatever. Yeah, just put time into it if you want to be good at it. So earlier you mentioned as well, know what you want to become after doing your research. So now that you know you want to be a front end engineer, is that right? So are there any insights you wish you had known before you started out? Because
Oh,
you started from full stack, not knowing exactly what you wanted.
okay.
Yeah.
For now, this is like where I want to go, right?
No, like what insight did you wish you knew when you started out? Because like
This is
you shared
from
this with the aspiring software engineers. So what was it that you wish you knew back then?
when I realized this, it puts me in so much ease. But I've mentioned this already, so I'm just reiterating it again. That it's always gonna suck.
Yeah.
It's always gonna suck. You do one amazing thing that you think it's amazing, and then you proceed to another project. And then when you finish that project, or like a few more projects, or like maybe a lot more than that, and you go back and you look back at your code, you think, oh, who wrote this?
Definitely.
This is bullshit. But then it's always gonna be like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna repeat again, and again, and that's fine.
Yeah. I guess like knowing that in the beginning, you have really helped a lot to counter your imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because you realize the more you go, the more you realize you have done so much more better, but you did your best at that time.
True.
So a funny story for mine is like I had written a code for our data analysis dashboarding, right? So it's written very badly. And I was actually complaining to my manager. I was like, oh my god, who wrote this? This is terrible code. Then when we checked the version history, it was my name there. Yeah. So I'm like, oh. So I guess it was really terrible, but that's just a normal process you go
It's
through.
normal.
You
And
learn how to optimize your code along the way.
this is across life.
Yeah,
Across everything in life.
Not just for coding.
Not
for
just
sure.
for coding. You cook, you clean, whatever. It's gonna suck when you're doing it, and then you think, how do I do this better?
Yeah.
How do I cook things better? How do I organize my time better? It's gonna keep on improving bit by bit. And when you look back, if you ever document your life, and if you ever think about what happened, you will be like, oh my days, how much I have improved.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So guys, do comment if you want in the future Adam coming back as a senior software or a software manager.
Chill.
We'll wait for that day. Part 2. Yeah, but very good advice for them. Okay. Next question. How do you stay updated with new technology and industry trends? Because tech is evolving very, very fast.
I mainly follow, because now I'm in front end, so I'm following this guy. There's two guys named Theo and also Kevin Powell. That's in YouTube. They always put a lot of interesting stuff about front end. When it comes to software engineering as a whole, I think a lot of people know this. It's called the Primogen. The Primogen is, he's a software engineer in Netflix, but then he's now a Twitch streamer. But then he always updates with a lot of things that's happening around the tech world and easily explaining it in layman terms, and also for junior devs to understand. So that's another one. And another one is this. I made my when you open your Google Chrome, there's a landing page for tabs like that you always open, right?
Yeah.
So now I changed my landing page to daily.dev.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so daily.dev is if you know what's that flag? There's this one YouTuber, Fireship.
Okay.
Fireship is a YouTuber as well. So he always updates with all the latest things about tech as well, but in a small bite size. It's not like TikTok, but it's like a whole video format, but not that long. But it's easy for everyone to understand.
Okay, just probably like a short 3-5 minute video, I'm guessing.
5 minutes, 4 minutes. He also does things like everything in under 100 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so small stuff like that. So that keeps me updated to
Okay.
whatever that's going on. Oh, so that guy also created daily.dev.
Oh.
So yeah, so when you open that website, there will be a lot of articles, new articles that he pulled things from and put all those articles inside that landing page.
Well, that's really amazing. So I guess for those of you who want to stay updated or be a software developer in the future, you can go to the
daily.dev.
Daily.dev. And the other people that Adam follows. So I guess for me, just sharing as well, I actually do scroll social media every now and then because we're all human, right? So my social media, it is a mix of a lot of things, and definitely IT stuff is one of it. So
Okay.
especially a lot of the AI news with your DeepSeek coming out, your Cursor, Claude, and AI agents actually. So I guess even if you are scrolling social media, sometimes do follow these pages that keeps you updated, and make sure to be aware of what is real and what's not real as well. Yeah. So that's definitely another way to stay updated with technology and current trends.
True.
Because tech moves so fast.
So
Yeah.
fast.
So yeah.
No, we don't realize that now it's DeepSeek.
Yes, I mean,
Everyone.
speaking about that, back when I did my bachelor's in data science, ChatGPT did not exist.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So we only use what we call Stack Overflow.
Stack Overflow.
Yes. So back then, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. No ChatGPT,
No
pure
ChatGPT.
searching, everything.
True.
Yeah. It helps a lot of your problem solving skills.
True.
So as a fresher that wants to transition,
True.
I recommend don't use ChatGPT at
Yes,
first.
I
Learn
know.
your fundamentals. Learn how to write the basics. Learn to understand the concept.
True.
Because if you're gonna write code, if you're gonna use ChatGPT, everybody can do that. Who are you gonna? Where are you gonna get a job if you're gonna just say that's your only skill? So yeah, definitely the basics. It changes so fast.
I always put this in myself. If you don't understand, you Google first. You go through 10, whatever, how many articles that you go through first about what you want to solve. And if it doesn't help you, change your search. Change your search, be more specific. And if, I don't know, if maybe it takes a whole half a day or like full day, you're wasting your time, you can go ahead and chat GPT.
Yeah.
If there's no answer, nothing helps you, you can. But that doesn't mean that you're solving your problem. I mean, probably ChatGPT won't even solve your problem.
Yeah, it might solve the problem in short term.
Yeah.
But if you come back to fix the code, who's gonna
it's
fix
gonna
the
suck.
code? I think one thing I want to mention from what you said, I actually just remembered. So one thing that's very important for all software developers or anybody in general, just ask. So sometimes when you have your senior, you know you don't want to disturb them.
Bother them, yeah.
I was like this in my previous jobs and all, and I had juniors under me as well. So obviously, don't ask like the moment they give you the ticket or the job. Don't just say, I don't know how to do this, can you write it for me? Go and research maybe 2 hours, 3 hours by yourself.
Then go back.
Come up with your own conclusion, come up with the reasons why you can do it, and then feel free to ask. Don't just spend 2-3 days just to tell your manager later on,
Wasting your time.
I can't do this, my deadline is later. Because your manager has their own things to do as well.
Yeah.
But they are more than willing to help you.
True.
Only if they know you need help. And if you don't ask, then nobody's going to know.
No, yeah.
So another big advice, ask.
Ask,
Yeah,
ask away,
definitely.
man. Ask away.
Yeah, okay. So currently in your current role, what challenges do you face currently and how do you tackle them?
In my previous role, I was a full stack. So mind you, it was more to back end. I was doing a lot of more back end work. So nothing visual, nothing about whatever that you see in the UI. I don't do much of that at all.
Back in your previous job?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like 5%.
Okay.
The whole thing mainly was just back end. So I suck. I suck at front end. I don't know how I managed to get the job. Actually, to be honest, I just do whatever it takes, and then I got the job. But then, when you come in, how to say this? It's the magnitude is bigger than what you think. So I think now my current struggles that I'm facing right now is mainly handling the magnitude of it, of how many things that I actually need to do, because it's not just web development, it's not just front end, it's corporate.
Okay.
So you have to deal with clients, you have to chase them, you have to wait for other teams to give you stuff, to give you tickets, or to give you a lot of things. And then if the client delays, it's on you.
Yeah.
And it affects your bonus, it affects your incentives,
It affects the entire company,
it
the workflow.
affects everything.
Yeah. So I think like back to the very start of our conversation, like Adam said, communication is like crucial. Even
Yes.
though you can code, if you don't know what you need to code, if you don't know what are the requirements, you can't do anything.
You can't
So
do anything.
learning communication skills, that's why I think bootcamps are very good. They teach you communication skills, presentation skills. Sorry, let me rephrase. Our bootcamp at Sigma School is good because we teach you presentation skills,
Exactly.
problem solving skills, communication skills. So the thing is like you don't just talk tech. Maybe at the junior levels you still might, but the higher up you go, you need to talk to stakeholders, you need to talk to product managers, product owners. How do you layman term for them? until like they can understand very simply. And speaking about working with like maybe your customers as well, it's not very easy to communicate what are the exact requirements. So definitely AI can't take over yet,
Yeah.
because how is AI gonna do the thing if we can't even get the requirements
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ourselves?
True,
Yeah.
true. No,
So how do you tackle all these issues? Or are you still figuring it out as
I'm
well?
still figuring it out.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out how to say. Um, um, it's more on the business side of things when it comes to this. So what are you going to deliver, or what are you asking them, or what are they asking of you? Is it something that is doable, or and then you're just, because when it comes to that, I don't really handle with what's going on at the back. So I only handle what's in front. So anything that is visual, it's easy to interpret and translate to them. So it's not that hard when it comes to translating things to layman terms, when it comes to the personal experience of, interacting through the UI, because everyone can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's easy to understand. It's more on the communication. That's the issue with the team, with your colleagues, and with your clients.
Because I guess there is a lot of complexity within. You're not just talking to one team. You're probably talking to multiple teams, and each team has like maybe multiple people.
Yes.
You're waiting for somebody to reply. You can't do anything. Or let's say even for merging code, maybe you're just waiting for somebody to merge theirs.
Yes.
So definitely one of the biggest problems to tackle. I don't think it's just you. I can imagine so many different people.
So many companies, so many people.
Yeah. I mean, okay, honestly, even here at Sigma School, we're definitely working on this as well. We're a small team, but how do we communicate well inside the team itself?
True.
Still working on it. There's miscommunications every now and then. So I guess one thing how I do it with my team is that we document down our meeting minutes. We write down the exact notes that we want. And at the end of our meetings, we're like, okay, everybody read through these notes. If anybody is not aligned, let me know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one way, but definitely one of the hardest things to do.
True.
One of the hardest challenges.
True. Take notes. Take notes. Do what you write. You go to Notion, whatever it is, just take notes.
Yeah.
It's really important.
Yeah, a book, your phone,
A book,
whatever. Just write in your hand if you need to.
Right.
Yeah,
just write.
Just have it down somewhere.
Just have it down. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this was the question I wanted to ask you just now. How do you see your career path evolving in the next few years?
Oh. Honestly, this is a really tricky question, because I think that what I'm currently pursuing, I just realized this, that you don't have to put your aspirations where you want to go, especially when it comes to like freelancing or whatever as your main job. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, so I want to do freelancing because a lot of freelancing work only mainly revolves around front end. If it's here, you can expand more, but I did a lot of back end before, so I'm pretty okay with my back end.
Yeah.
So I'm just want to explore my front end. But then you don't necessarily need to make it as a job. You can just do it on the side, So my current trajectory is the only thing that I can see in this year. But if I want to say in the coming days, in the next years to come, let's say 10.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be a software engineer.
As a freelancer or?
That is
Not sure.
not sure.
Okay.
Not sure. But I do think that I want to explore these two in the coming future, which is cloud and cybersecurity.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess instead of being a full stack software engineer, you're just really becoming a full stack tech.
Full stack
Yeah.
tech.
So you're just missing data.
Yes. Okay. Fun fact: I do have a certified data science.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I did that for 6 months before this, and then I got a job in web development, and now I forgot about it.
Oh, okay. But I guess, okay, here's the thing. if you really studied it once, it's easier to pick it up the second
That's
time.
true. That's true.
So you're just definitely missing cybersecurity and cloud. Okay, that's very interesting.
A
Actually.
generalist, I would say.
Yeah, generalist. That's actually a very big skill. Generalists, they can go anywhere. They're really wanted. So that's sort of what I'm doing now as well. I just want to be able to manage, be able to do tech work, be able to do maybe marketing, ops, finance, whatever. Yeah. So, okay, that's your career path. Are there any specific goals or milestones you're aiming for?
Any milestones that I'm aiming for? Well, I do have a certain wage goal.
Okay.
Like, I want to reach like a certain amount in a few years.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's put 20K there.
Yeah.
Let's put 20K there. Maybe in 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put it there.
Definitely very doable.
But it's not the exact amount.
Yeah, of course.
But it's something
like that. Okay.
Something like that.
That's a very nice goal you're aiming for. Definitely very nice to have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I
financial
am
freedom.
a bit wage oriented.
Understand? No worries. Honestly speaking, a lot of people are like that as well.
Yeah.
I can be sort of like that. I'm
of course.
kind of mixed right now because honestly, money helps with so many things.
Of course.
It's definitely not the only thing, but it's something.
It is something.
Okay, nice. So, one more question that I want to ask you, a more personal question. But let's go to the next question first. What's one thing about the future of software development or technology in general that excites you the most?
That you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's the unknown. What's gonna come out next? You don't know, and you can never predict what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not per se. It's not the same as any other industry, because when it comes to tech, you can build things in your own backyard, on your own room.
Yeah.
And then when it comes out, it will be like the amazing thing ever.
Just need a laptop, a Wi-Fi. That's all.
it.
Yeah. Maybe a
So-
table. You don't even need a table.
Maybe you don't even need it. You just need a beanbag or something.
Yeah.
And you just build stuff. And then there you go. It's the most amazing thing ever. So that's what excites me.
Definitely.
It's the unknown. Yeah.
What's one thing recently that was unknown that surprised you?
That surprised me, unknown.
Since you say like you never really know what could happen, what's something that you never knew could happen that happened?
Maybe I can say this. What surprised me the most, that I didn't even know ChatGPT is open source.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a non-profit.
Correct.
I didn't know that it was non-profit. And then only after they told everyone that they're going to make it for profit, only then I know, it's
free or-
non-profit.
Yeah.
Now it's for profit. Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Surprising, right? Back then. It became very big, very popular.
Yeah, it's still...
It's still very big.
It's still very
popular.
big.
It's just that so many competition coming up. Like we said, tech grows way too fast.
Way too fast.
But it's good. It's good in a sense. Like if you don't use it for wrong. Okay. Last question. A bit more personal. Do you have any personal goals that you're aiming to get? Do you have any personal goals that you're aiming for currently? Like for me, I think for me it's being able to open a social media account for guitar, maybe something.
Oh,
like that.
wow.
Yeah, that is a part of the plan for this year, but let's see how that
You know
goes.
what funny thing is, how long have you been playing guitar?
For a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you play as well?
But earlier, I have a few New Year's resolution that I want to do this year.
Okay.
One of it is to learn how to swim.
Okay.
I don't know how to swim, guys. Don't judge me, okay? I don't know how to swim. I know how to swim, but when it comes to floating, I'm
You
dead.
just sink.
I'll sink.
Yeah.
Like, dead. So I'll get, maybe I'm just anxious or nervous in the water.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. So that's one. And another thing is, I just started to want to do this early February, which is to learn how to play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
but I don't have the time for it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It's part of the goals.
it's part of the goal. So this is resolution. That's 1, 2, and the 3 years, I'm going to Nepal. I'm going to hike.
Which mountain?
Maybe September. Annapurna.
And this is in
Nepal, yeah.
What's the name of the?
Annapurna base camp.
Because I can't remember. My dad went to Nepal to hike one of the mountains recently, and I'm not sure if it's this one. Is this the highest one in Nepal?
No, in Nepal, highest one is Everest.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. No, I think he went to this one as well because he didn't go for the highest one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So have you hiked KK as well?
No, I have not.
Okay. So this one first,
Yeah.
but do you eventually want to hike KK?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be next year, maybe. Yeah. So as for a lifetime goal, it's some sort of being a generalist. It's like being good at everything, but not the best.
Yeah.
But something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very nice goals. Very interesting resolutions you have. I hope some of them get started soon. Let me know if you want a guitar class. But I think definitely anything that you say resolution, it's all very doable. You just gotta get it started, right?
Another crazy thing that I really want to do. This is like lifelong goals. Okay, this might sound absurd to you guys, but whatever. I want to build a house
From scratch.
from scratch.
Wow.
I don't know. Have you ever watched YouTube videos like long form? They make episodes of it, starting from making the base. They dug out everything from the ground, and then they pull all the cables from the source and then plug it, stuff like that.
I haven't seen a full one, but I have seen some of them where they built their own swimming pool in the backyard.
Oh, that one. Yeah, but not that one.
Yeah.
This is like a whole house.
Yeah, that's so like is it a plan to buy some land and then build the entire house?
Yeah.
That's a very, very big goal. But definitely you can achieve
That's
it.
cool though.
So guys, wait for his house. When he comes back as a senior, the house will be ready.
We'll see.
Yeah, but that's a very nice goal.
Huh.
So that's very interesting goals that you have. Are you doing anything to get it moving for any of them currently?
Well, not really.
Still finding the
It's-
time,
it's-
right?
Yeah.
Still early in the year.
Just watching videos, man.
I mean, it's a start, so
It's a start.
you research, then you actually do it, right?
True.
Yeah.
True.
Okay, that's very interesting. Yeah, so thanks Adam for all the inspiring journey that you shared from scratch of your engineering degree all the way to your tech life, how you want to be a generalist and building your whole house from scratch. That was very interesting. And you gave a lot of very good practical advice, not just for coding, but for your juniors that are going to transition into tech. They gain a lot of advice from you how to move inside there. Other than that, you also gave a lot of life advice on how to navigate around life, how to enjoy it as you go, not just the final endpoint, right? Yeah.
I'm saying all these things is also I'm saying it to myself.
Yeah. So definitely do watch it for yourself as well as a reminder.
As
keep
a
it there.
reminder. That's why I keep on saying it.
Don't worry, I'm doing the same thing, so I do watch it every time as well. So yeah, thank you Adam for your stories. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having
And
me.
yeah, so we're just gonna end with a final present for Adam. So we'll just pass this to Adam. So Adam, if you don't mind opening this, open it and show it to the camera.
Woo!
Okay, let's show it to the camera. Let's take a photo together. Okay, thank you so much for coming, Adam. I will catch you in the next episode. Thank you.